Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Made in Abyss season 2 episode number 10 reaction. Okay, the previous episode. Reg is able to come back with one of Fabuta's body parts, and the promise that Reg made was to help her out, and help her get inside the village by using his incinerator to, because it can rewrite things. And like that was the whole promise that he made. Now previously it was a different promise. It was probably, but now not Nanachi, sorry, Faputa said that you are too kind, you cannot destroy the village, let me do it, and you just pave the path for me. And obviously, Reg was not sure about what to do and all that. And but in comes what was his name, Juroimo, yeah, the say one of the sages. And this guy starts going crazy. And to stop this person, Reg had to use his incinerator, and obviously the incinerator is too strong, it'll obviously make like a hole in the village. That's what happened, and he ended up indirectly helping out Faputa to get in. And obviously he's going to go unconscious now for a few moments. And he did tell everyone to take care of Rico and all. But I'm really concerned about everyone, because I don't think anyone can survive, because Faputa is pissed. And yeah, she's going to destroy everything from here onwards. So I really hope everything by the end of it, I don't know, like this is show we are talking about. Like, I was going to say I hope everything turns out to be fine, but I'm pretty sure it won't. So yeah, no, like yeah, it's just, I'm pretty sure something is going to happen, which we are not, yeah, we're not actually ready to see. But anyways, let's see what happens. Oh, in the end we did see a little bit of Nanachi again, and she woke up. Belaf is also woken up. And yeah, that's where it ended. So let's see what happens. And yeah, let us begin. This is episode number 10 reaction. I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here, sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh boy. Hmm. All right, because he was connected. Yeah, there you go. Hmm. Yeah, I wonder. I must go. You're unlike me. Oh my god. Yeah, oh god, they're still here. Okay. Yeah, true. Like, you're getting this chance. What? Oh my god. Wait, what? Yeah, like, oh, yeah, makes sense. This is not the original Mitty. Oh my god. So, like, I was going to say, so keep Mitty over here, but Fabuta's destroying the place. He gave me, oh, these things. Uh, oh. Hmm. Oh. Okay, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Oh boy. Well. Hmm. All right, so this is the end of Mitty. This Mitty is so after this, I'm guessing there's no way we're getting Mitty back. Oh no, oh my god. Oh, oh. Oh, even the pot or whatever that was gone. Oh, they're also following him, her. Oh my god. I get, like, I guess, like, like even being in the village, they're going to die either way because of Fapta. Oh, wait, they can talk, kind of. And there you go, there's Vilaf. All that you gather. Okay, he's back. All right, nice. Thank God nothing happened when he was unconscious. Oh, wait. Why is. Oh, I was not expecting that. Made the choice not to leave. Yeah. The sound. Oh boy. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my. Yeah. Wait, what in the. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, even the, yeah, the village is helping her out. Obviously, this is Inmu is, yeah. Oh boy, I wonder what Faputa is going to do if he after he finds Vazukyan. She finds. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, like, I, I like. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is the past. Gabu. Wait, was Reg inside one of these? Oh my god. No, wait, never mind. That's Reg. Who are you? Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's kind of coinciding. He'll probably remember little by little. Yeah. Oh my god. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that just healed her. Oh my god. Ah. Oh. Oh my god, this show is crazy. Oh no, oh my god. Okay, this is so uncomfortable. Can you please, who is this? Is that a crossbow? What? Damn. I don't think so. No, you need what? Oh my god, this girl. Okay. So his name was Reg from the beginning. It's so crazy that Reg is also the name that Rico gave him. Ah, Papta. Wow. Oh my god. Oh, that's why she says that. Mentor. I wonder who that is. That's Rico's mom? Oh, he gave her that. Oh boy. Yeah, the thing that you did to him. Oh boy, the whole village is coming down. Yeah. Oh, Prushka. Okay, okay. Damn. Well. Oh wow. God. Oh, that's what I was like, what? What is she talking about? Kind stone. Oh, it's so difficult to understand what she says half of the time. Kind of difficult. Ah, that's why she took. Ah, no, that's what. As she said, it's cramped. No. Oh, okay. That's what. Oh wow. Okay, it's making sense now. Why did she did all of this? What's happening? That's not rain. What is that? Like, oh boy. Iron rain. This- Whoa! Yeah. Yeah, she told him before. Haku, okay. Like an important treasure or something? Yeah. Ah, okay. Hmm. True. Hmm. Okay, interesting. That's the reason why she cannot get in. Oh, it is still something she must do. Hmm. Oh, that was the promise. I will lend you my hand. I'll come back. Yeah, that was the promise. And she was just waiting here for him to come back. Oh my god. Ah, that was him. Wow. Sad. He ended up forgetting everything. I hope he remembers again. Oh yeah. Oh, he probably went up. Hmm. Take care of your destiny. Hmm. Oh boy, imagine forgetting all of that. My god. Yeah, I sympathize with her. Like, oh boy. Yeah. Oh god, Rhaegar needs to remember what. He's trying to eat it. Yeah. Ugh. He remembers. Yeah, yeah, he remembers. Oh no, please. Oh no, please don't. Please, please don't stop there. Oh god. Wow. Yeah, obviously. It's a cliffhanger. Just like I wanted. Oh, why? Oh, wow. I don't know, like how, what can you do? Like I feel like the village is destroyed, isn't it? Like, oh no, maybe not. Yeah, like I like he she said, as long as the people inside stay alive, the village will not be destroyed, and it'll keep existing. And obviously Wazukan is still there. Like I feel like Wazukan can probably, bring back the village again. So I don't know. What do you do in this situation? Like, I really hope they don't kill any of the characters. My god. This show. Alright, it's at the end. Yep, that's the end. Okay, so we begin this episode with the Nanachi portion, and oh boy, we see how Belaf has actually freed her. And Belaf says that I have entrusted my memories and everything, my values to you. Now go, and like you are the only one who can probably survive from this. And then he also says how if you go, go further bit ahead, Mitty will vanish. Now, the reasoning for that is obviously it makes sense. This Mitty is a Mitty which was made in this village by Belaf. So obviously, if things made in this village, obviously if you take them out, they won't be able to survive, and unless and until the village is protecting them. So obviously, Mitty will like Mitty won't be able to survive either way. Now, I do wonder, like then the whole, I guess, what can I say? Again, the whole thing that happened, Nanachi trying to sacrifice herself for Mitty, for gaining Mitty back, Reg trying to get Fabuta's body part to exchange it for Nanachi, all these things. So all of those things were in vain, weren't it? Like either way, even if Mitty survived, Nanachi would probably have to stay here forever. But I guess she would probably do something like that. If the village was not under any threat of Faputa, she would have probably decided to just stay here forever or something like that, with Mitty or something like that. But like the situation is different now. She cannot stay here. Not Faputa is going to destroy everything if either way. So yeah, she needs to leave, and if she leaves, Mitty will also vanish because Mitty is made in this village. So yeah, I guess that's the whole thing. Like nothing you can do about it. And Belaf says like I've entrusted everything to you because I like you kids, and you might be able to carry this on. I love this is such an interesting thing, the whole value thing that they talked about in the few episodes that we saw before. And we can see this whole value thing here. They go more deeper into it, where we get to see in this episode how if someone, like if someone with value entrusts their value to someone else and they carry it on. This is kind of like, you could say, this is kind of like life in itself, how people, like obviously people don't live forever. They like, after their death they end up entrusting everything they have to their, to their children, and the memories, everything, any kind of materialistic possessions, any kind of thing, you know and abstract things like memories as well. They kind of entrust it to their kid, who carry it throughout their lives, and they, when they are at the end of their life, they entrust it to their kids. And this is how this whole thing continues, where people entrust their values to, to someone else, and they carry it on. Not only kids, I wouldn't say, not like, only kids, maybe someone else, like maybe your friend, you entrust something to your friend at the end of your life. But if there's a friend, beside you, and they decide to carry on your memory and, everything, and keep that in mind and carry that on, forward. This whole thing is so similar here, where how Belaf also does the same thing at the end of his life, when he realized that, oh, I won't be able to survive. He entrusted everything, his value and everything, to Nanachi, because Nanachi could probably carry that on, and like that. So that's the thing. And okay, now we see, after that, the those little things that were with her. I don't know what their names. He kind of called them by some kind of a name. I forgot their names, but they are like, kind of, also, like, we're seeing they're also probably definitely going to miss Mitty. Not only Mitty, but Nanachi as well. They're kind of moving around and everything, near her. And okay, and he says, like, all right, that direction, go in that direction, and yeah, go, go forward on your journey. And obviously Nanachi is definitely conflicted. She doesn't know what to do, because her main goal here was to get Mitty back, and she thought she would be able to do that. And like I said, if there was a chance of Mitty surviving, if she decided to stay here, she would have probably done that. I'm pretty sure she would have probably, decided to live here forever with Mitty, if Mitty was able to survive. But the fact is that it won't happen, because Fabuta is destroying everything, and either way, if the village is destroyed, Mitty is also going to get, it's going to vanish. So, and also, not only that, Reg and Rico are in trouble, so she cannot just leave them alone, like she's their friend. So all that, all these reasons at the same time, she had to make a decision. She was like, all right, I will go. And in the end, we see her crying, and she talks to Mitty. And one thing, I should have realized this, and she kind of tells this to us, we have, the kind of explains this, that this Mitty is a Mitty which was not hurt. She was not harmed by all those experiments that, Bondred did, and like everything that Nanachi did as well, trying to kill her, so that she can pass away. Remember, in season 1 she did say that I've tried multiple times to kill her, so that her soul, which is trapped in this body, is able to be free, but I've never been able to do it. So all these things never happened to this Mitty. This Mitty is completely, unscathed. This is probably the form which she got after that whole holification process, or whatever. No, what is it called? That process of becoming a holification. Oh wait, oh my god, I'm confusing Bleach with this. Okay, never mind. I don't think it's called holification here. Still, that process of becoming a hollow, that after that happened, this is that Mitty. Nothing happened after that, so that's why this Mitty is nothing happened to her, and she's completely unscathed. She did not have to go through all those tough situations of all those pain. So that's why Nanachi was like, I was so happy to see you like this, in this form. and I thought like, I'm going to live with you forever and all that. And she kind of says like, yeah, like that won't happen. And she talks about how she has been living his life. And as she's like moving forward, she's talking to Mitty as how she found new friends. Not only that, her food her cooking is also still bad, but still she's doing it. And yeah, all these memories and everything. And she's saying all of this, Mitty little by little starts vanishing. And and she does say that, let's like, okay, you know what, let me read this part. She says something like, if I find you again or something. Let me check. All right. I wish I could have talked to you more. Hey Mitty, if I ever find you in your current form again, I'm sure I'll have trouble deciding to what to do then too. So next time, really scold me, okay? Next time, let's go together, okay? Yeah, so she's probably talking about the end of her life. Like, obviously, like, I'm pretty sure she knows that this is the final time she's meeting Meaty. So the thing that she says, like, oh, if I meet you again, she's probably talking about, at the end of her life, when she'll go to the afterlife. Then that's probably what she's talking about. Like, next time, let's go together. Something like that, I'm guessing. Because I don't think Meaty is coming back anymore. Because yeah, I doubt that this is it. I feel like the previous, like previously when Mitty died, when Reg used his incinerator and all, Nanachi did say that, oh, like this abyss has a lot of secrets, so I'm pretty sure we'll find a way to bring Mitty back again. And like I'll find a solution, and we did get it for a moment. But here, this really seems like farewell. I don't know. I think so, or maybe not. Who knows? Like this. We'll have to see. But I think that, yeah, this is it. And Mitty little by little disappears, and we see the others. Those little things also coming with Nanachi. And oh, these things can actually talk, which is kind of interesting. I'm guessing they kind of learned, because they were in this village. They came and they decided to give Nanachi like a thing, like a cap or hat or something like that. Okay, what is that? Made plating with outside. Oh, it's kind of like a armor kind of thing. So yeah, these things made those things from the outside, like things that they found. So these things won't disappear. So yeah, they told her to take it with her. And after that, we see Belaf as well moving forward. And he says, like pain, feelings, all of these things, I've thrown them away. So you pick them up and carry them with you. This is what I was saying, like gather everything and move forward. And they're like just transferring of value from one person to another. All that you gather is your value. Yeah. Okay, and that's where it starts. And after that, we see Reg, Reg becoming conscious. And oh my god, thank god, I really thought like a lot of things are going to happen by the time that Reg is unconscious. Thankfully nothing happened. And I know what I feel like. We see that the interference unit, what was his name, Maru or something like that, I forgot. Anyways, Mabu, something like that. This interference unit was protecting them. You know what, I feel like even if the interference unit did not protect them, I'm pretty sure Faputa would not try to do something to this group, because especially because she knows that Reg is with Rico, and Prushka is also there with them. So because of that, I'm pretty sure even if this interference unit did not protect them, she would have steered clear of this little group. And the interference unit was here as well, and I'm pretty sure the interference unit was probably protecting them from, like, like stray shots or something like that, you know like if something like flung towards them or something, why, like she's just destroying the whole place. So if some kind of a stray shot came towards them, that's why he was there protecting them. Because I don't know, I get the feeling that Fakuta would not have went towards, like, Rico's group, because not only Rico and all of them was there, Reg was also with them. That in itself would probably make her not do something to them, or I don't know, or maybe I'm just wishful thinking. But anyways, the interference unit was there and he was keeping an eye on everything, and up until now nothing, like, Fakuta did not try to do anything to them. But the rest of the village, she's like, killing everyone, and all that is happening. And yeah, her eyes and everything is just crazy. It's like killing everyone, like, like just taking off their body parts and all, like, my god. And the villagers are trying to attack her, but it's of no use, like she's just maneuvering and just, like, dodging the attacks and just getting them instead. And the village as well, using the balancing, is like, interfering. So, like, all in all, it's kind of impossible to, like, for the villagers to do anything in this type of a situation. Okay, now here, this thing I need to read a little bit because I think I missed this part. Wazukan says something like, okay, Vueko says it's even spreading to the buildings and the walls. Wazukan says, guess we have got about another 30 minutes. This will be difficult. She says, difficult? What will be? I can't tell you. You know I'm bad at lying. 30 minutes. Okay, I don't know what the hell he meant by that, but probably something. Now we see Reg, Rico, all of them are just seeing everything happening like this, and Rico says, like, oh, I've been helped out by these people, so I want to help them out as well. And Reg is like, all right, like, like, let me do something, let me try to not talk, but try to convince Faputa. And he goes out and stands in front of Faputa, and he tries to make an excuse first. He's like, oh, Nanachi is there here, like, so I really stop you, like, I would really like if you stop this. And Faputa says, like, valid argument she brings up. She's like, why not go and, like, like, rescue her? I'm not stopping you. Don't make, like, unnecessary excuses. If you want to say something, say something. And in the end, Reg was like, all right, like, you know what, I know I'm being selfish, but I'm going to stop you. And they start, like, like Reg tries to stop her, to, like, as she was trying to kill another of the villagers using his hand. And Faputa says, all right, you know what, you are amnesiac, I'm going to make you remember everything. And yeah, and then she starts beating him up, and they start fighting, and little by little, like, the memories we are being shown what happening. Okay, Gabu, that was the thing's name. You know what, actually, I actually thought in this moment when I saw that the interference unit has been, a hole has been shot in the top of the head, and Faputa is crying, I thought, like, I remember them saying something like Reg is an interference unit as well, kind of. So I thought these were, like, like suits inside which the actual body of the interference units are. I thought this thing that was dead in the, like, in front of Faputa is actually Reg, and Reg came out from that inside there. I thought that big suit kind of thing is actually a suit, and inside them is everyone, like, every person that is inside the interference unit is kind of like Reg, like an actual human being. I for a moment I thought that was what was going to happen. I thought, like, from the little hole Reg was going to come out or something. I was like, oh, maybe that's what's happening. But turns out no, I was completely off the mark there. The Reg is like a random other person, like, he comes from a different direction. And this thing, its name is just a sec. Gabu, yeah. This Gabu, this is, another, like, thing. Reg and these two are different. Okay, Now I do wonder why, like, like I can see how she has the connection with this interference unit, but one thing I don't understand is why was this interference unit protecting her at the first place? Like, yeah, like the reason I do wonder. Like, we do know that all this interference unit, like, Wazukan and everything, everyone had like a connection to them, and they kind of helped them out with the Cradle of Desire and everything, like all that stuff happened. I'm pretty sure this Gabu is also one of those interference units, but I don't understand the reason why this interference unit has decided to protect her. For what motivation? Why? I wonder. That's still not answered. But anyways, I'm guessing we'll get to know in the future. But either way, she's crying. Reg comes in, and at first, obviously, Faputa is extremely like hostile towards him, and we can see that Reg talks in like that other language, and Faputa is very hostile, like a cat. She's like, you know. And kind of pounces on top of his helmet and takes it out or something. And that same thing happens here as well. And we're kind of getting the flashback with the current situation. We're also seeing that parallelly. Okay. So Faputa says like, I was happy you helped, like my allies. And two of her teeth comes out, and we see just as that happens, the balancing comes and heals her completely, her teeth. And okay, now this is the thing about her, like so many things we see her doing, half of those things she doesn't even realize what she's doing. For example, that scene where we see her saying something like, oh, if you externally don't remember it, I'll make you remember it internally, puts her hand inside Reg and inside his stomach, and that I don't know what the hell she was doing, but yeah, that was crazy. So that thing that she did, I'm pretty sure she doesn't even realize that that's something that she should not do. That actually hurts. Because later on when Reg is like, what the hell are you doing? Please don't do that anymore again. And she's like, wait, what? Something like that, she says. Like, it seems as if she doesn't understand, like, the pain that it caused him. Like, kind of like a little child, I have to say, like, like, who doesn't understand what is wrong and what is right. And they end up doing it anyways. And when you, like, obviously, you have to tell them that, oh, don't do this. This is bad. You should never do this. Do this instead, or something like that. And they'll understand little by little. Kind of like that, she is completely. And okay, so yeah, she puts her hand inside her stomach, and oh my god, that scene was so uncomfortable. Like, I don't know how this show is able to do it, but like I've seen a lot of gore animes and everything, like heads flying, hands flying, like intestines coming out. I've seen all of them. But this show somehow is able to make you feel in a weird way uncomfortable. Like, for example, I remember that scene still in the Bonded movie where they, oh my god, no, not in the movie, sorry, in this season in itself, where in the belly button Faputa kind of inserts her a claw into the belly button of Reg. That was so uncomfortable. I was like, my god, how? Like I said, I've seen more gory stuff than that. Heads coming off, hands coming off, but I don't know why. But inserting like a what do you call it? Like a pointy thing inside your belly button seems so much more weird and so much more uncomfortable than hands cutting off or heads popping off. I don't know why. Similarly to this as well. Here as well, this scene made me so uncomfortable. Where they put her hand inside his mouth and his belly was inflating. Oh my god! Like, yeah, this show can do it. Like, it makes such weird things happen here that it actually makes you uncomfortable. Like, what in the wow. Like, I was actually expecting, oh my god, I was actually expecting her to completely pierce off his stomach or something. I was feeling like the way he was expanding his stomach when her hand was inside his mouth. Like, my god. Thankfully, nothing like that happened. And there was that little villager that kind of came in front of her with a crossbow, and she got distracted for a moment. Reg takes that opportunity to take her hand out. And like, this is the thing that which I was saying, like, she doesn't understand what is right and what is wrong, what makes you uncomfortable, like a little kid. Rex says, never do that again, you hear? And if you're a graceful princess, be more graceful. And she's like, Faputa was graceful, Sosu. Even my words, just like you told me to. So there you go. Like, she's crying. She's like, oh, why is he telling me this? Like, I'm trying to be graceful. But she doesn't understand that the thing that she did before, putting her hand in the, like, that in itself was so uncomfortable. So like a little kid, she doesn't understand, and she's just, like, she's doing all of these things, and half of the things she doesn't even realize that you shouldn't do. And so there you go. And she talks about how even her words are graceful, just like Reg told her. And Reg is like, wait, what are you saying? Like, why would I tell you to use that weird pattern of talking? And we get, like, a little flashback again, where we see Faputa and Reg kind of hanging out with Gabu. And Gabu here tells Faputa that, okay, oh no, sorry, yeah, Gabu says that Faputa's name means oh wait, just a second. Oh, Reg is able to talk now in that language, and here Faputa, like, he kind of uses Faputa's name for the first time, and Faputa also calls her Reg. And oh no, he cannot talk. Sorry, what am I even saying? Like, Gabu translates for them. And like, she asks like, my name is Faputa, what is your name? And Reg is like, my name is Reg. And he also tells Faputa's name. And like, like, when this was happening, Gabu says, there's a meaning behind your name. Your name, Fau, means noble maiden. Aputa means immortal one. So Faputa, like, like noble maiden who's immortal, something like that. The princess who won't perish. She is so much like a cat. Like, what? She's stretching like this, like kind of just on top of Reg's head. Oh my god. Okay. Now after that, Gabu also said, she starts biting him and, like, gets in his pants. And here Rex says that, be a bit more graceful. You're a princess, aren't you? And here Gabu tells that, okay, to be graceful, what your mom used to do is insert Sosu in the end of the conversation. So yeah, you also do that. And she starts just saying Sosu after that. And Reg gives her like those two things that she wears, and says that those are like a symbol of friendship. And yeah, again we're back to the bloody fight, and we see the ceiling is caving in, and here Reg is like, all right, like, I'm so tired, but I have to do this. And he tells Rico to blow the whistle, use Prushka, and yeah, he gets the power up. Okay, now here obviously he gets a boost in power. They start fighting. Okay, and he says like, I'm going to take you out. She says, how dare you turn that kind stone person against Fabu? Like, these are the things that it's so unusual, and I don't understand half of the things that she says, the meaning, unless and until they explain it to us. Even before she kind of told, like, kind stone person, I was thinking like, what stone person is she talking about? I don't know any stone person in this show. And then here again she says that, and I was thinking like, what is she talking about? When Rex says like, oh, you're like, like, oh, Prushka or something like that, I was like, oh, she's talking about Prushka. That's the stone person. Oh boy. And yeah, she says, how dare you time the kind stone person against Faputa? Okay, obviously Reg is confused. Reg is like, Prushka. And okay, after that, okay, the battle happens, they're fighting. Here we go. The one who had Gabu deliver the stone person was Paputa. So so she told Gabu to deliver it. Okay. Now, Rex says, why did you do that? Which is also something I was curious about. I was like, yeah, why did she take Faputa? Not Faputa, sorry, Prushka. She tells the stone person was unable to say how cramped they felt so soon. Okay, and Reg realizes it was her who take it. And Reg is like, why did you do that? Like, okay, now she did say, she already gave the answer that she was cramped. I remember even in the previous section, in the previous few episodes, the guy or the person who carved Prushka into like an instrument, he also said something like the value is being diminished because of it. You need to make it like a musical instrument. So yeah, and Prushka inside as well was probably feeling cramped as well because it was in that form. So Faputa realized that and decided to help Prushka out. Now there's also another reason why she decided to take, like, not only the whole cramped situation, that was also part of the whole thing. That was also part of the reason why she took Prushka and to kind of carve her into a better, a better whistle. But there's also another reason behind why she took her, which she tells after that. She says that human child, Rico, who was carrying around the stone person without even sculpting them, if the human child and the stone person are truly drawn to each other, she'd find her way to mother even if they get separated so soon. So there you go. That was another reason. That was the second reason why she did that. She saw Rico, now carrying Prushka, and she saw how cramped Prushka felt. So I'm pretty sure she probably felt that, okay, like this is going on. So I wonder, if Rico is even going to care if Prushka is taken from her. So that is also why I'm guessing she took Prushka, obviously to kind of give her a better sculpture. Not only that, but also to test Rico and see if she tries to find her and they get back together or something. Obviously, why she did that was because of her own situation. Like, the whole mother and daughter bond, that kind of a thing. She wanted to see if that actually happens, because she herself is never able to get that kind of a thing from her mom. Her mom is like the village, and she's every day she's seeing her mom being in pain. So for her, the whole mom and child bond is something that is extremely precious, and she wanted to test if Rico was, I'm guessing, worthy of it or something like that. Because I guess the first impression she probably had of Rico was probably a little bad, because like she said, I saw Prushka being cramped and the human child carrying her with her like that without even properly sculpting her. So obviously, there's probably a little bad impression she got. She thought like, oh, why is she carrying her like that? She's not even properly sculpted. Prushka is uncomfortable. Why is her mom, which is Rico, not doing something to help her out? So that was probably a little bad impression she had. And obviously Rico had no way to know that you have to sculpt the white whistle. If she knew, I'm pretty sure she would have done that. So nothing you can do about it. It was not Rico's fault. But obviously Faputa doesn't know Rico personally, so she probably got a bad impression seeing that situation. So that's why the little test that she probably tried to do. And obviously I guess Rico was able to pass the test, because she did come and try to find out where Prushka is. And yeah, and was able to find her out and get her back again. So yeah, so there you go. That was the big reason why she did that. And it makes so much sense now. All these little questions that we had are getting answered one by one. And yeah. Okay, now we come out and we see that it's like raining flame. And okay, and she says like, my memories are coming back. Are you not remembering this, Reg? And okay, after that we see Wazukian. Okay, what did he say? Just a sec. Wazukian says something like, okay, this isn't good. The iron rain has started falling. And he says like, well, crap, there's already hardly anything left. Opens his face, the thing that she uses, and it's like tree roots or whatever, I don't know, little branches come and start kind of tangling around the whole village, kind of making like a net to stop, I guess, to stop the rain from coming in. And okay, now again the fight resumes, and we go back to a little flashback again, and here we get to see when Faputa brought Reg in this place and showed Irmiri, which is the village, to Reg, and talks about how she's the mom, and how she's stuck like that, and that's why she plans on destroying the village. And the mark we see again, the same mark which Gabu also has, and it means like the inverted human sign, kind of looks like that. It's the sign of the Haku, which is the precious thing everyone has. And so everything that's precious to her, she sticks them on that, on those things. One of this was obviously the village, which is her mom, one of the most precious thing. Another one is Gabu, that's why she stuck that sign to Gabu as well. And she's okay. Now Rex says like, wait, why are you putting like two of them? Shouldn't there be only one of the precious thing? And she says like, no, I've been born from 3 eggs. Makes sense, all the 3 eggs we saw. And that's why I can have up to 3. So one is in the village, one is in Gabu, and I do wonder if the third one will probably be put on Reg. I do wonder. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Okay, Rex says even though your mom is your most precious person, you have to kill her. And Faputa here explains, obviously, which is the thing that every one of us knows, that she's suffering, in that situation. Everyone's taking from her. Still, now it's continuing. So she wants to give her mother peace. For that, she needs to destroy the village. But she cannot get inside the village because she explained that this also has an explanation, which is crazy. I didn't think that this would have an explanation. She says how just like a babe cannot get returned to a mother's womb, Faput cannot go inside mother's also. Makes sense. That's why she cannot get inside the village. The whole membrane stops her. And anyone else can get in because, they're not their child. So yeah, that's basically it. And that's why, Faputa needed Reg to blast a hole into it so that because it rewrites things so that Faputa can get in. Okay, now here after that, okay, now Reg says like, oh, this thing can rewrite things and this does emit a light, but I cannot use it now because I don't know what's going to happen if I use it currently. So I'm not taking that risk because I'm currently on a journey to get my Haku. And he's going now. One thing we also get like little hints of probably Liza being, I don't know, his what do you call it, his comrade or his partner. I'm not sure if that was actually Liza, but he kind of actually talks about one of his comrade who is who has given him this task. I'm guessing that's Liza. I'm not quite sure. I might be wrong. But, we've got multiple hints that Reg and Liza knew each other. And because he's amnesiac, he doesn't remember anything. So, yeah, maybe that. Who knows? But, so Liza gave him the task to probably go up. or something like that, and he was on that journey. I wonder if Liza actually told him to go on top, maybe because of Rico, like, finding Rico out or something like that. I do wonder. Anyways, and oh, another crazy thing, I forgot to mention it. His name, we actually get like a confirmation here that here he tells his name is Reg. So it's crazy how his name is actually Reg. It's not something that Rico gave him the name because of her pet dog. That's actually his name. Like, I kind of brought one of my theories. I remember in one of the previous episodes I kind of said something like, I do wonder if Rico and Reg knew each other when they were very extremely small, and that's why Rico knew about Reg, and the Reg name was in her head, and when they grew up, Rico forgot about Reg, and still the name was in her memory, in a subconscious mind, and when she got a dog, she decided to name it Reg because it was in her subconscious, and the dog died, and then when Reg came, she again gave Reg the name Reg, which was actually his name. So I kind of made it like a theory like this. I'm not quite sure if that's something that actually the actual situation is like that, or it's something else, but it is kind of fascinating to to kind of realize that his name was actually Reg. Rico gave him that name, gave him his original name. That's still a mystery. We don't know what's going up, what's up with that. Okay, now Rex says here that Fabuta, I'm climbing up to this pit because I'm also searching for Haku. And here he promises, okay, he says like, I've got something I was asked to. After I'm done with that, I'll lend you a hand. I'll definitely come back, and hand extends his hand, and that Haku will surely give me a hand with the issue. How much that whole thing. So he says the Haku that I have with me will also probably help you out as well. Haku being, I'm guessing, Rico. Now obviously Faputa is very happy, and yeah, and then we go to that little cave where she makes that little structure which is Reg, and she says how she's going to talk to this every day. And the final farewell we see after that, Faputa says oh, Faputa is a princess, so and she talks about children and everything. And then just a sec, and Reg kind of grabs her hand and says, I want to ask something of you too, so let's promise each other when I come back, once we take care of your destiny, we'll set off hand in hand. Oh my god, this is just so, oh my god, why? The way he made that promise, I feel so bad for Faputa. What? Imagine after making a promise like that, in that manner, in that situation, just forgetting about everything, coming back after so many years. My god. Yeah, this is crazy. God damn. I really hope Reg remembers. This is just so unfair for her. She was waiting for him, and then he comes back, and he's like, oh, I don't remember anything. What? God damn. Anyone will be angry, sad about it's crazy. I thought they made just a simple promise, she was like, oh, promise me this, and he was like, okay, I promise you. I think it was like that. The way they showed how they made the promise and everything, I feel so bad for Faputa now. I'm like, why? I'm why is this happening? No one is at fault here, but still, why is this happening? But yeah, he literally promised her that after he comes back, they'll deal with her problem, and then they'll set off on a journey, and it's forgotten about everything. And Faputa has been waiting for him for so long. And we see there was just one little structure, and I'm pretty sure we see a little time skip where we see multiple structures like that in that cave. She probably made a lot of them in her spare time, and we see her just waiting on top of Gabu, And like the music changes here, dramatically shifts here, like my god. It was like like that happy calm kind of music, and then it suddenly changes, the tone takes a shift, and we see her like kind of eating that tone structure and crying. Like obviously, like who can blame her? And then we see Reg also crying in the current scene, and he says like, I keep remembering, crying, laughing, filled with curiosity, all such gentle facial, so he's remembering little by little, all such gentle facial expressions. I can't remember any of the important things. So he's remembering stuff, but he's not able to remember the important stuff. Like it's like a feeling she's getting. And maybe this is selfish, but you're going to burn yourself till nothing's left, which is true, like the way she's going off against like like the whole vengeance and everything. Yeah. So how can I possibly stop you? Like he's also conflicted because he doesn't want to harm her. He knows he has a connection with her and deep in his heart, but he doesn't know anything else what he can do. Like this is such a dilemma. She has her own goal of destroying the village. He has his goal of protecting Rico. Rico wants Reg to protect the village. He wants Faputa to stop killing the villagers and everything. But obviously that goes against the promise, and he also realizes that, and he doesn't want Faputa to go more off in this type of a direction, because she's just going to end up burning herself out. And he wants to tell that to her, but he cannot, because he knows about the promise. Like it's like such a mess. Like there's no answer to this type of a problematic situation. Like what can he do? And that's why he's crying, and he's like, yeah. And Faputa says like, you are kind, Sosu. But then she kind of gets up, and I don't know what she's going to do. Like she's like trying to consume him, and that's where it ends. And she says like, you're kind but you're foolish. That's where it ends. Like goddamn, why? What's like what should we do? Like I don't know. Like I was going to say, like I don't think Reg's anything's going to happen to Reg, but this show actually is so unusual that yeah, like and like characters don't have plot armor at all in this show. That's what's concerning. Like having no plot armor is kind of scary. Like all the shows that we see, we're like, oh, main character, he'll be okay. But I don't know about this, man. Like really, I feel like Rico has plot armor here in this show, or maybe not. Maybe I'm just naive. Maybe Rico also doesn't have plot armor. Who knows? But anyways, so yeah, they stop it over there. Like I don't know. Like I really and I really want like a good ending for this. I doubt I'm going to get that. Like what will be the good ending? Everything like nothing happens to any of these characters. Like Rico is safe, Reg is safe, Faputa is safe, Nanachi is safe, Ma is safe. Who else? Yeah, these few characters, I feel like. But these few characters. Oh, Mania is also safe. Like these few characters, I really hope they remain safe by the end of this. I don't know. Like I said, plot armor is lacking in this show, which is concerning. But anyways, that is it. That was my reaction to episode number 10 of Made in Abyss season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Made in Abyss. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.